Me, I've been living here at the Clay House for probably 8 months, 7 months. I spent 2.5 years with me and my wife in the street. Everybody's in here trying to do the same thing, get out the situation that they're in, try and do a little better than what they were doing when they were out here. And like I said, basically, if it wasn't for this place and like that, we'd probably still be out there trying to figure out what we're going to do next.
For the Virginia Support Housing taking over this building, it was an old motel, and it was called the City Motel. It was run down.
It was inhabited at all times by a combination of prostitutes, drug dealers, and drug users. There was 24-hour-a-day traffic in and out of here. There was a tremendous amount of noise, a certain level of violence. It wasn't safe. It was ugly.
And it was not a very pleasant place to say I live near.
When I was first informed that Virginia Supportive Housing was going to be involved here, it was by way of a neighbor expressing essentially alarm that such a thing would be taking place. They expressed the idea that this would be some sort of a halfway house and that it was going to be populated by drug addicts and sex offenders. And my response to that was basically, it's already populated by sex offenders and drug addicts.
And we became involved. We attended meetings, and we were kept informed, which made a difference in our decisions to continue supporting this.
I wasn't really clear on what the organization did, so I made some phone calls and I found out about the facility that's at Clay and Harrison. And I went down there and I did a tour of the facility and I talked to the administrators and came to find out that it was that my neighbors' concerns were entirely unfounded and that they couldn't have been further from the truth, and that the people that were going to be living here were going to be people that were either disabled or were down on their luck and on their way back up, and people that were looking to improve themselves. And it seemed like a fine thing to me and a really good use for the property.
From there, we just sort of pitched in and did whatever we could do to help to get this along.
When we went to visit the new Clay House when it had opened, I was just amazed at what I saw. The neighbors had fought this facility, but when I went in and I saw the way the security, the way they had a social worker that worked with the folks that were in transition from being homeless back into the workforce, it was really, I saw a support system, something that I never knew existed before. Even 10 years after it had been opened, the place still had it looked like it had opened the previous year. And one of the things that through the years we discovered was that the neighbors who fought this became the biggest endorsers of the project, because what they imagined was going to happen did not happen.
But the main thing the people turn around and sometimes don't want places built like this next to them, because they get the idea that you either got people, felons getting out of jail, or you've got dope addicts. They don't realize that sometimes when you get disabled, you could have a good job like I did, and you get disabled, and it takes you a little bit of time, something like 2 years for me to get my disability. If you ain't got no money to pay no rent, until you do get it, you out here.
Once I discovered what the truth was concerning the organization, I was very much in favor of Virginia Supportive Housing moving in here and transforming this place.
I feel that this facility is an asset to the community.
And now there are a bunch of really nice people living here. They take excellent care of the property. It's well maintained. The residents are respectful and quiet, and they're a fine addition to the neighborhood.
And I think it's very good that they are here and they are accepted and that they're living a normal life.
If I were a business owner and I had a business that was anywhere near a motel that seemed to cater to drug dealers and prostitutes, the first thing I would do, I would be looking for an organization that could develop that into an SRO.
Anyone that has any kind of concerns about a supportive housing facility being established in their neighborhood, to them I would recommend that they contact the facilities that already exist and check them out for themselves.
And they should go to meetings and hear the good things and not listen to the bad things that might happen. I would tell the people that would live near a facility that might be built to get involved.
Their fears will be dispelled.
Because it will be a transforming experience and turn something that was from a real liability into a real asset for the neighborhood.
Virginia Supportive Housing has completely transformed this neighborhood.
I can't see anything that could be more beneficial than have a place like this. And I think this is what we need, places that will keep people off the street, give them a place to feel welcome, a place that they can live and feel comfortable of being back into the community.
I do go to a lot of the city hall meetings. I try to stress to them why we need some of these more places like that. But yeah, the more they put up of these here, the less people will be out there. They can't put enough of them up. That's as far as I'm concerned anyway.